Okay, Scorpio. So for you, we've got number 32, which is actually Santa Muerte, which is the whole deck. So let's see. It says, we have come to the last card of the world of actions and the last card of this oracle, which concludes with a new beginning. Santa Muerte reminds us that all the energy we have at our disposal is a loan we will have to pay back, and it is thus our responsibility to transform it in the most beautiful and positive way possible throughout our existence. This energy was present in the moment it allowed us to exist as we lay in our cribs after birth, and it lovingly holds our hands when we face a new staircase in the grave. Just as life generates death and death generates life, this card invites us to accept any change, transformation, or drastic severing of perspective with a smile. Advice of the dead. Make a firm decision on what to cut and what to change in your life, otherwise no betterment will be possible. Okay. So we're going to start seeing if only 6 cards come out, but if more, then we'll match Cancer. What's the energy for Scorpio? What's the energy for Scorpio? Uh-oh. 10 of Swords reversed. What's the energy? You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go ahead and go. What's the energy for Scorpio? 10 of Cups. The energy for Scorpio. 6 of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. The energy for Scorpio. High Priestess. What's the energy for Scorpio? The 9 of Cups. Oh, look at that. Justice. What's the energy for Scorpio? 2 of Swords. And Santa Muerte again, which is the death card. God damn, Scorpio. With the King of Cups, the Sun, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, the Moon. All right, give me a second. I want to straighten these out real quick. 1 second. Okay, so we have the King of Cups here, which is very interesting to me because it's talking about, like in this deck, the King of Cups represents someone you can trust. It represents someone that is mature and steadfast. And yet, 10 of Swords reversed, Santa Muerte, Santa Muerte. And there's another 10 here with the 10 of Cups. This feels like something has reached its end. And you're being advised to accept it because you are refusing it. You're refusing the ending. You're like, no, 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 no. Whoever this King of Cups is, I don't know if it's a friend, although I will say Justice card could be the end of a job. It could be, especially because the King of Cups is artistic in nature. So maybe you have an artistic job that you're losing and you're refusing to embrace that. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Guess who has a Scorpio stellium? Ryan Reynolds, which Justin Baldoni does too, but this is definitely a transformation that feels more like someone is refusing to let go of something rather than Justin Baldoni's level. So anywho, this definitely feels like it's either contracts are ending. On the other hand, a wonderful life is waiting for you, but it's going to, I will say it's not going to be pleasant. Whatever this ending is, death is never pleasant, right? Regardless of what it is, because death in tarot implies a change of identity. You're going to have to change what you've identified as up until now. And so it's scary because, you know, a lot of reason that death has become the horror of, you know, they use it in Hollywood as like, oh my God, the most horrible thing that could happen to you is you die. The reason it's so terrifying to a lot of people is because, you know, they feel like that's the end of life when it's not. Energy cannot, we are energy, right? And energy cannot be destroyed. It's only transformed. So whatever this transformation is that you're going through, it's terrifying because it feels very, it's everything you've known up until now is going to change. And you are very resistant to that. So I don't know if this is a divorce, or this is like the ending of a job. It's the ending of an era. Let's put it that way. It's definitely the ending of an era. And you know, the really interesting thing to me here is that when the Ten of Swords is present in this deck, the reason that the tens have butterflies, have moths connected to them, is because, yes, it's definitely representing a transformation, but the swords represents that you've been through a lot of pain. You've been through a lot of, your current existence has brought you a lot of pain. It's brought you a lot of negative experiences. And it's like a breath of fresh air. That's why there's all these marigolds. I mean, even though Santa Muerte, for those who don't know, represents the Aztec goddess of death. Her name is Mictezaquihuatl, and she's the skeleton, right? She's the representative. That's why she's always in bones. She represents the very essence of who we are, the change, the transformation. All the things that are connected to death are connected to her. And she, the flowers that you put on her altar are the marigolds. They're connected to her, which is why the Ten of Swords is full of them. So she's trying to be gentle with this transformation that you're going through. But you're the one that's making it more painful because you're holding on to the painful things that she's trying to change in your life. Whatever you've been through has been difficult already. It's already, so let me put it like this. Think of it like you have been in this existence where maybe you've been bullied a lot, or maybe you've been ignored, you've been neglected, and she's trying to get you to move to a different area where maybe you won't face racism, or you won't face the backlash of the current community you're in. You're stubbornly refusing to move because you think that that's scary, when in reality, she's trying to help you move into a better existence. But you see how this knight is like swallowing his sword? You're making this pain last longer. Because it's like you three swords here. You're in this place of like, no. You don't understand. This is home. This is where I'm at. But it's not really. Like you're getting very possessive over what you have, over your current reality. You're getting very, very attached. And maybe that's just that you are very attached to it. And so you're very resistant to being pulled away from it, even if it's not really a happy existence. You are determined that this is home, even where whatever this is not really a good home. Like it's not a pleasant home. You have persuaded yourself that this is fine, that this is acceptable. Just because you can take it doesn't mean you should. But you are, the little heart there attached to the house is like, no, this is home. Even if I may not have enough to eat, even if I may not have love, even if I may not have whatever it is, you have made yourself comfortable in this existence. And death is like, well, we're still going to proceed, honey. It's just you're holding on for dear life, but I'm still taking you with me. You can't stop death. Death is inevitable. It's literally inevitable. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles here. So interestingly enough, with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you swing back and forth. The pendulum there. It's like you swing back and forth. There will be moments where you accept the ending. And there will be moments where you're just like, absolutely not. And then there are moments where you accept the ending. And there's moments where you're like, no. You're swinging wildly back and forth. Because this is very uncomfortable for you. This is very scary. And so you think that the best way to protect yourself is to cling to what you know is safe, what you know Like you're in the energy of better the devil you know than the angel you don't. That's the energy you're in. Because whatever it is that you're trying to be released from, it's not even your happiness, but you are saying yes it is, when clearly it's not. I really think that it's going to start affecting your finances. It's going to start affecting different levels of your life, because imagine it like you are, a portal's opening up and the bottom half of you is already halfway through the portal, and you're just like, no, and you're holding on to things around you to be able to stay stable. That's not going to be stable. Even though you swear it is, you're going to start creating a lot of instability because you can't stop the portal. The portal's going to continue pulling you in. But you swear that if you hold on to things in your previous life, you won't, you can stay in the same spot, and you can't be pulled through. And that's not true. You cannot stop this change. And you know what? I can't help but feel that these two readings might be connected, because we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, which are usually a couple. And then we've got the Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords, which is the Three of Swords. And here we have a sword stabbed in the back. So if you have prominent Cancer placements, I suggest you go listen to that. But if not, I'm just going to keep going. Your current trajectory, your current plan that you have, it's going to end up turning against you, because you're not being rational. So let's look at it like this. Imagine that you are possibly relocating to a new neighborhood, and you're really scared because you're like, I don't know anybody here. These are all, people, I have no idea what their habits are. Instead of looking at the positives, you're looking at everything that could go wrong. So with the Two of Swords, it's like, be more rational. Calm down, because Two of Swords is Libra moon energy. Try to see the other side of things. So in a new neighborhood, you have the opportunity to make new friends. You have the opportunity to make new business acquaintances. But that would require conversations. That would require effort. That would require you stop resisting the change. That's what it would require. It would require you be, Libra is a lot more diplomatic. So even in face of something that's difficult, they're not going to fight. They're going to try and reason their way out of it. So instead of trying to reason your way out of it, accept it. Reason your way into it. Because this is something you cannot change. This is something that's happening. And the only thing that death is trying to advise you is to relax, to surrender. Go. In Spanish, there's a saying, por las buenas o por las malas. Like, basically, this change is going to happen no matter what. You can either have it the easy way or the hard way. And they're trying to guide you. Santa Muerte is trying to guide you to have the easy route. Nine of Cups. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy this change. Or you can make it difficult on yourself. Either way, the change is still going to happen. The change cannot be stopped. But you already have the knowledge necessary. So if they were moving you to a new neighborhood, let's say that it's a whole new country, but you already speak the language of that country. You already know the habits of that country. You're trying to tell yourself, no, I don't belong here. I need to go back home. But you could belong there, as long as you start, mixing and mingling and having conversations with people. You have the key. You have it within your power to make this your new home, to make this, where you belong. As long as with the Nine of Cups, you're in a much more positive mindset. You're in a much more, you're not resisting. But if you continue to say, no, this is not where I belong, this is not my home, this is not this, you're going to be in this like delusional state. Because think of it like this. Think of it like, and this is going to sound really horrible, but I have to say it like this. People who were living in the middle of the Holocaust, right? a lot of really horrible things were happening during that time. Like there was, I don't remember the name of it, but I remember I think it's something Nokta. I don't remember how it's pronounced, but it was this event where a lot of Jewish businesses had their windows broken in their businesses. It was like a whole street full of shattered glass. And little by little, their way of life was changing, right? They could not hold on to their previous life. That's what this feels like. Even I hope a lot of you are not going through that, but with the current administration, you might be. And it's like, instead of trying to say, I wish things would just go back the way they were, that's only if you're in a delusional state, you're going to keep wishing for that. That's not going to change anything. Manifestation requires action. And there are even things in manifestation that we cannot control. It's, things like the government making decisions we cannot control. So if your lifestyle is changing to such a degree that you might be moving to a whole other country, or you might be, there's some severe, not severe, but like intense transformation, do not say, I wish I could go back, because it's not going to make anything better. You're just going to keep longing for something that's already gone. That's why it's treated like death. You can long for a loved one that has passed away for years. That doesn't mean they're going to come back. You can't change things like death just because your feelings don't let you accept it. Because see, the thing is, with the Nine of Cups, this could go either way. You could be the type of person that refuses to move forward to the point where you get, like, you start creating this fantasy, delusional, everything's going to go back. Everything's going to go back. And you're going to be using possibly substances to maintain that fantasy. And that's only going to make your life worse, because reality is going to start becoming very painful for you because you're refusing to accept the change. And this is very dangerous. You are on the precipice of great change, and it's either going to be very beneficial or you're going to self-destruct. You're going to, destroy yourself, because with justice, a lot of balance is required. And justice also means that this is the way your current, you're reaping what you've sown. Let me put it that way. And only you decide whether that's going to be really negative or that's going to be really positive. Because, maybe this is, like, I'm going to use different examples, right? On one hand, we have Ryan Reynolds. On the other, we have Justin Baldoni. Ryan Reynolds has created a reputation for bullying people, harassing them, abusing his power. And right now, yes, he is reaping what he has sown. Justin Baldoni, on the other hand, has created a reputation for being emotionally aware, emotionally present, vulnerable, somebody who cares about people, and he is now reaping what he has sown. So if this change feels horrifying and it feels very negative, then it's time for you to examine what you've been planting and to change that, because you are in the process right now. The present will eventually become your past. What you're planting right now can still change. But if you're too hung up on like holding on to the past, only more and more time is going to pass. Death is inevitable, and it came out twice. 32 is Santa Muerte. Number 13 on the tarot is Santa Muerte. This is not going to change. Death cannot be stopped. Death is inevitable. And are you going to learn from whatever experiences up until now, has taught you, or are you going to cling to what you know and outright refuse a better life? Because honestly, Santa Muerte is working in your favor, whether you believe that or not. Like even Ryan Reynolds right now, he might feel like he's being targeted. He might feel, oh my God, people are attacking me. No, it's a lesson. It's meant to help him in his life path realize you can't be treating people that way. You'll never have true, authentic friends, true, authentic, people who want to collaborate with you and work with you if you treat people this way. So whatever it is that this is bringing to your door, it is deserved, but it's not meant to be like a slap in the face. It might feel that way, but only because it's a lesson. What you've reaped, what you will reap, what you have sown. So what have you been sowing? And stop resisting it, because again, it's only going to be more painful the more you resist. All right. So that's what I got for you. I hope that this gave you whatever confirmation or guidance you have been needing, and I will look forward to feedback. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.